Hello everyone, welcome to the monthly update video for May 2019. We've got a lot happening this month, starting with a rundown of stuff that's been going on in the background. And then we're going to go on to look forward to stuff going on in JoRaSe Plays, JoRaSeDev, and 3D JoRaSe for the month of May. We'll then close things off with a visit to Comic Corner for a look at a comic or two. Alright, with that said, let's take a look at some background stuff. This past month saw me and my good friend Steven, whom you've seen in a couple of videos in the past, and hopefully a few in the future, attending the Japan Fest 2019. I've recorded the items that I picked up at Japan Fest, and here's that recording. So, this past month of April saw me in attendance for the Japan Fest 2019. The festival was quite an interesting experience, and 3 items were obtained while I was there. They are right back here behind me, and we're going to take a look at them. So the first item, let's go ahead and get this one out of the way, why don't we? Pretty big box. Let's just set it down and get the outer box removed. And within the outer box, we have a nice inner box. Almost lost something there. Alright, within the inner box, what do we have? We have something in a bag. Let's see what we have in the bag. Looking promising for a sword, isn't it? And indeed, that's what it is. A katana. But not just any katana. This is a red katana, red Damascus. Try to get it in the light where you can see the pattern on the blade there. And that pattern is like any Damascus blade. It's due to the iron carbide binding or banding, which is itself a result of the segregation of the carbide forming elements present in the overall structure of the blade. The red effect is produced through the addition of copper to the blade's surface. So I'm very, very happy to now have a katana, real cutting katana, and really happy about the color. And this was a gift from a friend, so thank you, friend. Just put that right back there, and then we will get on to the next of the items, which really were picked up at the same time. And got a Asian conical hat. Go ahead and put that on. And it is, as you can see, conical in form and generally worn by farmers in China, Japan, Korea, all of the Asian countries. And lastly is this fan, which I'm going to open not forcefully because I do not wish to destroy it. I want to make sure I'm going the right way too. There we go. There we go. So that is what I picked up at Japan Fest. And I'm quite happy with it all. Other than Japan Fest, the majority of this past month has been spent planning recordings so that I can maintain a nice backlog of videos to upload. In doing this, I'm able to keep the upload flow going. Also, I've come up with this. It's a nice little background setup, and with this monitor, we're going to have some stuff flashing in the background every now and then. Hope you enjoy it. That brings us to the May JoRaSe Plays video segment. This month we're going to be finishing up Rune Factory, A Fantasy Harvest Moon. And that means we're also going to be starting up another game as well. Also, and I'm really happy about this, I'm going to be using some earbuds to be able to hear the audio myself. That means I'll be able to actually react properly to the sounds and music in the game, as opposed to how I've been doing it, which is just based on rote memory. I think I can do better than that. Much better. And with this new method, we're going to see improvements all the way around. That's all I've got for the JoRaSe Plays. Now on to JoRaSeDev. We're going to be continuing the development for our simple game project, and the coding of it at least, and should be the next to the last video in this segment, which is going to be the next to the last video total. So that's awesome, we're almost done. and then on to the 3D JoRaSe video for May. We're still working on the Himeji Castle paper nano project, but next month is going to be the end of it. Then we get to move on to something else, something that's not small bits of paper needing to be folded and glued together. I'm going to be real happy about this. And that brings us to the possibility of an unboxing for this month. And yes, we will be having an unboxing video this month. And it should be getting uploaded as soon as this video is ready for viewing. So get ready to see a new set of 3 items. And speaking of new items, let's take a look at a comic or two. Hello everyone, and welcome to our Comics Corner. Got a comic here. Just gotta get it turned the right way and over onto the display area. Alright, here we go. Get this set up properly. And we have issue 71 of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Very interesting cover. We've got Princess Luna, Princess Celestia, and Princess Cadence. I do believe this is going to be a Nightmare Night comic. Let's see if I'm right. And Nightmare Night being the My Little Pony equivalent of our Halloween. Get the comic positioned properly. And let's go. Almost. Something was wrong with the lights. Hang on. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So we've got our main 6 dressed in what they're going to be wearing. And the students at the School of Friendship are ready to go out as well. And there we see what they're greeted with. Quite an interesting sight. And you got rockers Celestia and Luna. Just a real nice 2-page display there. Oh, and let's not forget Cadence up at the top there. And then we got Lyra and Bon Bon. And if we look further to the right, we see a transformer pony, or a pony dressed as a transformer. And some more stuff down there. It's just stuff everywhere on these pages, which makes it really neat. Got Starlight, Glimmer, Sunset Shimmer, and Trixie. And if we look down at the bottom, we can actually see some stuff that will advance the plot. That's Gallus being talked to by someone challenged to go to the castle of the two pony sisters. Which the group of students do, and find that it has been loaded with stuff to make their night a bit more interesting. All done by Twilight and her friends, of course. Can never be without a teachable moment. And it turns out that a lot of them contributed more than they technically should have, and potentially turned the place into a death trap for their students. Which at first is not the case. But that quickly changes. So now the place is starting to catch fire, and they need to get out. And they work together. And do just that. Everyone gets out safely. And they did all learn a valuable lesson, though probably not the one Twilight had intended. Time to look at the second comic for this month's update. It is Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 9. And here's the cover I've got in the sleeve already. Very nice. Almost a war propaganda poster. You have Metal Sonic there in the middle holding Angel Island in his grip. And the slogan at the bottom and the top is, like I said, reminiscent of war posters from World War II. So, yep, there's Angel Island. You can tell it's Angel Island because it's got both the top and bottom to it, and you've got all the big guys down in there in silhouette. Got Sonic, Tails by the look of it, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge the Bat, Shadow the Hedgehog, Blaze the Cat, and Silver the Hedgehog. And that is this first cover. Let's take a look at the next one here. Again, just pointing out the text there. All right, let's move on to the other one. Get that first one out of the way, and here we go. This one, we see Sonic's fist on the one side and Knuckles' fist on the other. And you can tell which one is which because of the reflections in Metal Sonic's head, or coming off of Metal Sonic's head. That's the benefit of being made of metal, I guess. So let's get into it, shall we? Open this up and take a look. So we've got our previous section again, and then our roll call. And now here we are in the actual comic. Again, depiction of everyone, that all the characters we've got going so far. Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Shadow, Tangle, Rouge the Bat, Blaze the Cat, Espia the Chameleon, Vector, Charmy, Whisper the Wolf, Silver, and finally Metal Sonic. And looks like Metal Sonic is enjoying himself on his throne, which is built atop the Master Emerald. Let's dive in a bit further, shall we? There's Angel Island. Got an array of battleships lined up on a wing over there. The work of Metal Sonic, I would assume. And the same can be said for this. A giant statue of Dr. Eggman. And here we have all of the resistance fighters gathered in one spot. Got Amy giving a briefing on everything, and Blaze showing off her soul emeralds there. And then everyone talking about what they're going to be doing when they get there. And Tails trying to convince Blaze not to use her powers to turn into Burning Blaze. Don't want Metal Sonic getting his hands on these soul emeralds as well. And then talk aboard the ship, banter among the crew, as it were. Get that for a few panels and pages. Got a game of cards between Tangle and a few others, and she's using her tail to swipe a look at some of the other players' cards, trying to cheat, as it were, and doing a would be doing a better job of it if the other players actually had decent hands. And so they arrive, and everyone's off to do their jobs. And again, you got Blaze there using her powered up state to travel. So the ship they're on gets hit and it's going to crash, so they crash it into the island, and everyone makes a break for it and heads to where they need to be to start work, dismantling everything that Metal Sonic has put into place. Blaze taking out one side while everyone else takes out the other. And here we have a confrontation between Sonic, Knuckles, and Metal Sonic. And looks like he's drawing power from the Master Emerald. That's no good. Looks like that's going to be it, though, for this Comics Corner. Alright, I think that brings us to the end of this video, this update, and concluding thoughts time, isn't it? So I guess my concluding thought for this month is that I think it's going to be a good month for getting things rolling again in terms of projects, current ones, and new ideas for projects. I hope to see all of you stop by again next month. Alright everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, feel free to give me a like and maybe subscribe. And if you want to go a little bit further and you want to see your name in lights in the credits here, feel free to go to my Patreon and contribute. Till next time, everyone.